Hey, good morning. This is Mayor Valensky with Driving Markets. So, excuse me, I'm doing some experimental work with my microphone, so hopefully it works okay. Clipped it on there. Right, let's kick off. So, inflation in the US came in lower than expected. Now, that means the pace of price rises. That's what inflation is. The pace of price rises is slowing on a headline basis. That comes out by the Bureau of Statistics in the US. Remember, the basket of inflation is made up of around about 500 goods. Some of them that we know of, obvious ones like energy, housing, and interest rates, food, etc. All of that comes in to the basket of inflation. So headline inflation is coming down, but the cost of living is going up. Now, that is something that you're feeling on the streets. The question is, if inflation is coming down, why is the cost of living going up? Now, there's lots of reasons. First of all, there's only 500 items on the basket of inflation. And as far as everyday life is concerned, there's thousands of items. Now, also the price is not being fed through to the retail sector. In addition to that, you've got food prices and hardcore inflation, which is going up. And obviously, as part of someone's monthly budget, food and housing are probably food, housing, and energy are probably the biggest three components, with clothing and shoes and all other things added in there. So with inflation, headline inflation going down, the markets love it. Why? Because there is less likelihood of an interest rate rise. The Fed has to stop raising interest rates because they're killing off the economy. Everyday businesses on the street, whether in the UK, Europe, or in the US, are feeling the pinch. We're not talking about the Nvidias or the Amazons or the Googles. We're not talking about the huge mega companies that aren't really impacted on a day-to-day basis. We're talking about the small business that is impacted by obviously the cost of living and the overall slowdown. Talking about stock markets, AMD has Applied Micro Devices has come out, they claim, with a chip for AI, which is better than Nvidia's. Okay, now this is going to happen going forward. You're going to have more and more chip manufacturers that are going to surpass and produce chips from their previous and from their competition within the marketplace. So what you've got now is you've got a very intense, competitive, advancing, progressing AI sector. Remember, the AI development and chat GPT is what's pulled up overall NASDAQ shares and turning the NASDAQ and other markets into a mini bull market. The question is this a real bull market? Because technically it's a bull market. On technical indicators, it's a bull market. And therefore, will it continue? Has it got enough base on it to push it forward to new highs? Possibly. I don't know. Possibly. I don't think so. I think with overall business and commercial properties suffering, I think we're going to end up with a downwind and it's going to end up being sold off. That's my opinion. That's what I think. And obviously there's going to be a lot of contra to that and a lot of pushback against that, especially from Phil, my colleague, who says, read the signs, we're going into a new bull market. Well, could well be. Can't deny it. Have to take on board all of the facts. Can't fight the trend. Okay? Very important. Looking at foreign exchange markets, dollar came off significantly yesterday against the pound and the euro. However, against the yen, look at dollar yen. I've been saying for a while it's going to go surpass the 140, going to go to 145. And yes, it's above 140. Next level is 145. Bitcoin, those who are Bitcoin traders, crypto traders, Bitcoin is struggling above the 25,000 level. Looks like it's trending down on technicalities. Looks like it's going to test the 25,000. I think it's going to break down below the 25,000, and the next level is going to be 22,000 as far as I can see on Bitcoin. Remember, the SEC, Securities Exchange Commission, is suing CZ, the CEO of Bitcoin. It looks like they've got of Binance. It looks like they've got Binance and the crypto sector in their sights, and what they want to do is debilitate it. Excuse me. and they want to get rid of the crypto sector. So they're starting with Binance, and they will follow on with Coinbase, which is a listed company. To be clear on Coinbase, they allowed it to be listed, but they didn't say there's going to be no more regulation. So it looks like the SEC will introduce more stricter regulation for the US when it comes to cryptos, and that will be a big threat as regards crypto traders, platforms, and of course coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum, which are under the microscope as far as the SEC is concerned. Looking at where markets are going now, in my opinion, it looks like they're peaking up, they're peaking out, and they're overvalued. So I would expect a drop. Overall, I expect us to go into a new bear market in the second quarter of 2023 into 2024. Again, a lot of factors depend on that, whether it's going to be inflation and interest rates, but the way businesses are running, they're under pressure, they're not making the sales that the regular businesses, not making the sales that they should be doing, haven't got the revenue coming in, and therefore probably looking at a bear market. Oil is down and likely to stay down for too long, as OPEC will cut production further to boost the price, and gold is also obviously down on the back of those inflation numbers. You can catch me also on Instagram and on TikTok. I've written you a new book, How to Start a Business. Another one's coming out soon on trading. Hopefully that will be successful as well. You can share, you can subscribe, you can comment, give me feedback. More than happy. Want to get this channel going. Have a good day. Catch you later. Mayor Valensky, Driving Markets.